Welcome back to Let's Play Endless Space 2 on the Reawakening update. This is Series 11, episode number 37. I'm JC Proton, and we are picking up at the beginning of turn number 60. We'll have an election after this turn, so probably the beginning of next episode we'll do the election. We are playing a standard faction of the Cravers on endless difficulty in a fast speed game. In this episode, we will finally, at long last, after testing our patience, we will finally get to attack the third and final traitorous rebel fleet. In fact, we'll do that immediately. We're also going to review our approval situation, and I think we got some other events and stuff happening. So, first things first. Let's do this, man. We've been waiting entirely too long for this. We're going to do it. Alright, and yeah, we are going to totally smoke this dude. It won't even be close. He does have squadrons. I don't know that they'll be very effective. I think the last time they didn't even attack with them. So we'll see if they do that. The same thing this time or not. Choosing hard target, apparently that keeps your fighter squadrons back? I don't know. Seems like not a great choice. They're armed all energy, a lot of long, medium. So it seems like a mix of beams and lasers and squadrons. So here they are. You can see there's the squadrons right there. We'll see if they stay there by their side or not. I don't see them moving. Nope. The shields are down. Yeah, that was easy. That guy was a pushover, man. Okay, so objective achieve. Hunt down, defeat the 3 rebel fleets. We get the Academy ship where the betrayer was defeated. There it is, the Academy gift. Just add that to our fleet. We'll head on down to Husk. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a little quirky. The game doesn't like to do a merge. You can just add the fleets together. Okay, so our fleet is now 25,000 attack, 11,000 defense, 97,000 hit points almost. Versus the Wasp fleet is 12,000 attack, 3,700 defense, 39,000 hit points. So we're going to totally smoke them. We're going to do a little refit, I believe, on the Bastion ship. Do a quick look at these numbers. That's just ridiculous. Without missed shots even. Yeah. We took 70 damage. That's just completely inconsequential. Okay. I'm willing to... Let's take a look at the Bastion. I think it has a lot of squadrons on it, if I remember right. And we can do refits on it. So starting off, base setup. Looks like we've got some beams, we've got some lasers, and we got multiple squadrons here. So these squadrons are basic interceptor fighters. And that's it. Everything's energy. Alright, you know what? I'm willing to stick with squadrons for now. We'll give it an honest try. Wasp fleet here, that is almost all guns, looks like, on the carrier. The Wasp is 100% missiles. The Soldier is, looks to be almost 100% lasers. And the Protector is 100% guns. So we've got lots of guns on the drone and the Hornet. Looks like it really heavily with guns, I think. So with that much in guns, that makes me think that Squadrons is not really going to be very effective. But you know what? I'm going to give it an honest shot, and we'll go with Squadrons to start with. So what we want to do here is let's take off this energy, this plasma intensifier. And anti-personal defense drones, we're not going to have boarding pods to deal with. So we'll take that off. And we're not going to go with basic. Actually, you know what? Let's go with auto design and see what it comes up with. Okay, so it upgraded our beams, it upgraded the lasers, gave us movement. Basic interceptor fighters, light plasma bombers. Let's see, so our bombers are basic heavy bombers and basic strike fighters. Basic interceptor fighters. So light bombers, fast with high damage but fragile, 950 health, 257 damage versus my bombers, 38 damage versus 257 damage. Wow. 950 health versus 300 health. Wow. So their light plasma bombers have a lot of health and do a lot of damage. So those are actually really good, theoretically. Interceptor fighters are fast and strong against enemy squadrons. 840 health, 138 damage. So we have interceptors, basic light, basic interceptor fighters. So these are the same, right? Okay, so let's keep. Here we go. Let's get rid of these two, and we can add one of each of ours in and do comparison, because I think it's like a ×4 multiplier. All right, so let's compare our basic strike fighter with the basic interceptor fighter. 1,588 damage, 840, 138. Okay, so the interceptors do poor damage against ships, but they're really effective against enemy squadrons. So it makes sense to keep one, like going forward. If I was going to keep having squadrons, I would probably want to have one squadron of interceptors and then 2 bombers and 2 strikers, maybe. Let's compare our bombers versus their bombers. So the light bombers, 950 health, 1,700 health. Our heavy bombers are 165 damage, 257 damage. So I think I only want the one squadron of interceptors. I like our strike fighters, do extra damage against small ships, and they're good against medium. And our bombers are good against large ships, and they're good against medium. So that's a balance. If you go with one heavy bomber and one strike fighter, then they're basically offsetting each other. And then this light plasma bomber that they have, 257 versus 165, but ours is 1720 health and that one is 950. So yeah, it's definitely more fragile. So if this gives us 2 bombers, 2 strike fighters, 2 bombers, and 1 interceptor, I think that's a pretty good balance. We're maxing out the amount of squadrons we've got. And we're sticking with this squadron shifter. Okay, let's look at our weapon systems are just these two, the 2 heavy-duty center mounts. Feels weird to not have a set of guns on this ship, but I guess we're doing it because we're keeping interceptors, but I don't see any interceptors. I don't see any squadrons on the... Yeah, I think I'm going to go with 1 gun. Yeah, I'm going to go with a gun and a missile and a beam. Just to have some basic kinetic point defense and mix it up with the missiles and the beam. So I think that's pretty good. So we've got 2 different kinds of bombers, and then we got 2 strike fighters. Because I don't see anything that looks like fighters or squadrons on the Wasp fleet. So I want to tailor this ship for that. They had a large ship, 2 mediums, and a small, right? So maybe let's go with another squadron. I really want to max out the squadrons. Strike P laser fighters. Let's go with another squadron of heavy bombers, because we're going to be facing off against that large ship and the 2 mediums, and the large ship had a lot of guns on it. So let's go with extra bombers. They're extra effective against the big ships, and they're tanky. We'll see how well they hold up. It'll be a fun test. We'll see how well they hold up against the point defense on that enemy carrier ship. All right, so I like that. Missiles and beams. Like, I could put guns here, but I want to actually have good fire support, so that's fine. Defense. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's say we are going to go. We don't need all those engines. Let's do the antimatter lenser to draw fire, and we'll make this ship tanky. Let's see, how much of a difference does it make if we had one of these? A little bit. One of these, a little bit. A couple of these, I like. It's a lot of repair. And then we have, what, 2 armor modules, right? And 2 shielding modules. We don't have a lot of Hyperion. Let's see how much of a difference Hyperion would make. A little bit more hit points. 5% ship evasion. I think we'll just go with that. Okay, so we're going heavy on squadrons. We're maxing out the squadrons. We're going more bombers than strike fighters because, you know, it's mostly medium to big ships that we're going up against. So I'm cool with this. So the total upgrade cost is 5,700 dust. and some titanium and some antimatter, which is fine. I think it's a better ship than it was with that design. Upgrade everything. Okay. Let's get ready to rumble, man. Let's see. We have a total manpower of 2,000. I have 103,000 hit points, 31,000 attack, 12,000 defense. The Bastion itself is now at about 20,000 attack and 1,900 defense with 27,000 hit points. Cool. Let's go for it. All right, we are flying to the Infinite Factory, and when we arrive next turn, we're going to throw down. We are going to be moving towards progress on our faction quest. All right, we did put ourselves in a bit of a pickle when we accepted this truce. We now have 6 out of 7 in empires against us that are in truce. But it is a temporary inconvenience. So we have a truce for 2 turns with the Riftborn, although we're receiving dust for 3 turns, however that is. Same deal with the Purian Aggressive Defense Treaty or something. There are 2 turns of truce, but 3 turns worth of dust income. So 2 or 3 turns on those, and then this one is 4 turns of truce. So it's a temporary inconvenience. We definitely have some approval issues, but we've been able to make some adjustments. And some of them, like this one is building a colonial rights. It has a picket here, so it's 54 content. We bring the picket out. And now we get an extra 25 approval from orbiting fleets because we have the law, safe skies. So I think once I get all the pickets in place, we'll check the events. We've got everywhere that we have really bad approval, we have buildings in progress to get us out of mutinous. We got some unhappy, we got some content, that's fine. And we'll get through it. It's only a few turns. And then we'll have infinite maw, and then we won't have to deal with truces anymore. They'll have to be very persuasive offers. All right, so let's take a look through the events. We completed research on universal aerodynamics, so we have integrated theaters, so we have 3 more command points. We have 200 manpower deployment limit on our empire, so we can land 200 more troops when we do ground attacks, so that's nice. And we have aerial troops. Let's take a look at that. Okay, we're a little short on Hyperium. It would be nice to do this, so I may play around with canceling a couple of things that we have going on to get some Hyperium freed up. Pickets built at AE. Picket at AJ. Yep, just did that one. See a lot of approval buildings going up. Colonized in Arctic. Colonized Baron. Grew 4 more Cravers at Husk, 2 at AC, 4 at AN, 2 at AR21. So definitely growing. BA lost another unfallen population. Looks like we haven't had them arrive yet, but I know we've got population on the way here. Population are on their way up here. Lors is pretty close to becoming a colony. There's food ship here. That's 156. You only need 150 to become a colony. Looks like, well, he'll be ready to be a colony here in a couple of turns. Governor Kren Salutis is level 13. Husk is fine on approval. Governor Cora's Apogee at AG. If I remember right, we've got approval problems there. Yeah, 37, content. So right now we have minus 38.6 from overpopulation and minus 50 from overcolonization. Let's do this one. So the other option is this one, which is plus 10 approval. I think we get more of a bang out of this one. Minus 20% from overcolonization and minus 20 from overcrowding. Let's apply. Yep, it's at 55 now. So we're at minus 30.9 from overpopulation. So we got about 8 approval there, and then minus 40 from overcolonization. So we got 10 there. So we got around 18 or so approval from that one skill point. So that worked out well. The Academy power has increased to level 7. Cool. New heroes will be level 7. And how close are we? We're at 70% of the way towards unlocking our next hero, and it's looking more and more overseer-ish here lately. Let's take a peek at our trade routes. Yeah, we're 80% of the way towards unlocking our third and final trade company headquarters. And looking at this, I didn't do a level 4 modernization last time. I think what I'm going to do, actually, since these are our 3 trade company headquarters here at AB, AE, and AG, well, it's going to be AB. It's not yet. That industry is only 265. This industry is 499. And then AG is at 1,000, right? So I think I might do the level 3 modernization here, because that gives additional industry per population. And these have a pretty good amount of population on them. So I think I'm going to do that. Help their industry a little bit. And AE as well. I want to increase his industry. He's just building pickets and decoys and swarms and stuff anyway. So he's not doing anything more important. He's pretty happy. And I think it's the better move to build the Trade Clearing Bureau at AE. It's going to take a lot longer because his industry is what, 499. Husk is 930. So AE only has half the industry right now. So instead of this taking 5 turns, it's going to take something like 10. But I think it'll be better to have it AE because Husk only has 1 deciduous tree deposit. AE only has 1, but it also does have 2 of the void stones. And all 3 of these trade company headquarters are going to have 3 trade routes going across the AE system. Because we have a trade subsidiary at AK and at AM and at AP. So that's going to be 3 trade routes going across either AE or Husk. And I think I would rather have this one get the plus 100% star system trade value. Yeah, 10 turns. Oof. All right, so we'll queue it up. We'll see if we get it or not. I don't know. Maybe the Riftborn will beat us to it. But given a choice, I would rather have it AE than at Husk. And if that means we miss out on it because the Riftborn complete it first, that's just a chance I'm going to take. And we're pretty close here anyway. 3 turns we'll have unlocked this, and we'll go for the quantum communications, which is what? 34,000 research. That's something like 4.5, 5 turns at our current rate. But if we are able to get our approval back up again after we get past these truces, then maybe we'll get to 10,000 plus on science, and so that'll shave some time off of that. So that's what I'm thinking. All right, so good decisions there. Let's run through the other events and see what we have here. Okay, the event ended. The star is their destination. All right, so that's the 0 movement for that fleet. So there is a slow ship, sublight, with the crews in stasis, and we see that the ship is headed directly into a nearby star. So we could either loot the ship, get some titanium, which I have plenty of, an inconsequential amount of dust. We could increase our militarist political ideology, right before the election. That is a thing. But we could get 20 approval if we alter the course and reprogram their flight and send them to a habitable, comfortable planet. So I think that's the winning move, because the 20 approval for 10 turns is going to help us bridge the gap. I think that's the way to go, man. Totally take the approval. So now all of a sudden, things are looking up. Ooh, our science is up to 9,500. That's one thing that's really cool about this game is I mentioned a few episodes back about the game will throw you curveballs, but it's like meaningful decisions, right? The decision to accept the truce was a big thing. It was a big change in course. My population is kind of flipping out about it, but we'll get past it, and it's going to be fine. And we got a couple of heroes in our empire that are going to be helpful and useful for the rest of the game. So it's cool. It's pretty cool. Oh, the photobomber. The photobomber quest. Okay. Traces of the photobomber's activities are numerous. Investigate all of the marked curiosities. 2 have already been explored. Okay, so if we place well, we'll get some dark glitter, which we'll sell. Even better, we'll get antimatter, which is useful. And we could get a cleaver, which is a beam weapon module. 28 damage, 10% crit. 20 crew killed per hit. So how does that compare to our other weapon techs? So 27 for a basic positron beam. So we have something that's, I guess it's like a little bit better. It has twice the crit chance and 20 crew killed per hit instead of 5, and it does 1 more damage. So it's a little bit better than the tier 4 basic one. The tier 5 basic one I think is better, and it's not as good as the advanced positron beam, not even close. The top tier reward isn't really that persuasive. That's not a beam I'm going to use, but we'll give it a shot and see where they are. Okay, well, there's one here. That's one of the good things about having these picket ships all over the place. Anywhere that's close to our systems, we'll be able to quickly do. So there's one. Back to guarding. Oh, whoops. Nebular clouds. Over here. Ah, north of the Vodiani. Yep. This is the ship that was stuck. But now he has movement back because that quest has ended. So we could go... No, we can't go to Feodix. Because of the truce, yeah. See, so we got 40 influence from the loot. Let's see where all we can do these explorations. There's a picket here. What's this ship? That's a picket? Yeah. He can do it. That was weird. We'll guard. Yeah, what was happening is it was staying stuck on the previous ship that I had selected. The whole not having the right ship selected thing. $20 titanium is the loot. Okay, so we got 2 of the 8. There's one at Shiyu. I hit move all fleets as soon as the turn was loading in, And yeah, the Lumeris let us escape. So we're flying over here. I'll send a probe over here. We'll take a look and see. Is there one here at Edisir? Oh no, Edisir that's the quest. Founders, keepers. Be the first to control the Edisir system. That's what that is. Okay, nope. Not going to be us. Placidus. And we cannot go to Placidus because we have the truce, so the borders are closed. And because the borders are closed, we cannot, because of the truce, we can't attack at Gobris. There's another one there. There's one at Soydan. Hey, Lumeris, where are you guys going? Not Lumeris, Horatio. I did that a couple of episodes ago where I was talking about the Horatio hero to hire out of the marketplace. I kept calling him Lumeris. My brain was a little out of focus. And I was calling the research bonuses for Norn de Garrett, I was calling them industry, but I meant research or science. So that's the thing. Horatio looks like he might be going to Isar with his fleet. Maybe he's going to deal with some pirates. Yeah, the Beautifier was heading. He got attacked there. All right, well, 3,100 attack, 4,100 defense, 50, almost 58,000 hit points. Yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty good match for the pirates. Although the Horatio fleet is this all energy? Yeah, it's all energy, so he's not going to have any defense against the pirate missiles, so they'll take some damage. I mean, they have armor, they just don't have any guns. We have a fleet down here. And they are fully reloaded with troops. We've got a truce in place here anyway, so it's not like we can do much with that fleet. I think I want to go do some hunting. So how long would it take us to get up here? 3 turns to Giazar or Izar. Like maybe we can beat Horatio over there. His speed is only 5. So we might be able to beat him. Alright, so what's a close by system to Izar or Giazar where I can just get closer and then decide? Looks like here. Yep. So let's go here and then we'll figure it out when we're closer. That's the power of having a fast hero. You can make quick, nimble decisions. So that fleet will be up here at the BD71055 black hole next turn, and we'll take a look at this situation. And the fact that we have this Overwatch and these scouts up here, definitely helping us have visibility up here to be aware of what's going on and make informed decisions. All right, let's see if there's any more of these photobomber curiosities. There's one at Shiu, Placidus, mystery one in the dark there, one at Soydan. Okay, so there's only 4 left. You know what? This guy's got 4 turns worth of truce over here against the United Empire, so it's not like he can do anything anyway. We could send a probe. Look for any kind of outlying system. I think that's worth doing. How many do we have? We have 1 more probe left. That'll probably catch anything that's there. What if we flew across here? Yeah, we could do that. There we go. Yeah, we'll do some revealing as we go zipping across there. Cool. All right, so we're making good progress on the photobomb request. So there were 4, I mean, there were 8, and 2 got discovered or revealed by somebody else. We revealed 2. Maybe we can get another one. We'll see. Solo quest, matter of black and white. You can either choose industrialist or ecologist. Either way, we get a random tech. I don't think it's going to matter because you have to pass an industrialist or ecologist laws, and that requires that you have representation with a senator there, which that's not going to happen. We're just going to stay militarist, so it doesn't really matter which one I choose. But if I was to choose one, it would probably be industrialist, just to get a random tech. So that's probably going to be a quest that we don't ever complete. All right, let's check our fleets. Okay, that picket can hang out. This picket can hang out. Over here at AQ, we have 2 pickets, so one of them can come up here to AH. And the one at AH can come up here to the Academy. And at the Academy, we have 2 pickets, so one of them has full movement. That one will go over here to AS. So Academy will guard, AS will guard. Cool. And this fleet, the fleet got to AN. Yep, it got there this turn, flying back. So they need to hang out and load up with manpower. And there's actually enough fleet there that we cannot add in everybody. That's a good problem to have. Cool. Yep. The day will come when we go on offense again. It's good to know we've got a nice fleet there, ready to do something. Okay, so we cannot go to Phoenix. There's not one of these photobomber things over here. I think maybe this guy's going to go up here too. Yeah. Just roll on out. Okay, that's another picket. He's guarding. Let's see what we've got here. Picket, picket, picket. That picket can guard. And I think AC is building a picket. Yep. I have one at the husk. It seems silly to not build a picket there, but I have higher priority things I'm building, I guess. So he's going to husk, he's going there. This picket can go to Ranas. Or maybe husk. And at AJ, that picket can guard. And out here at QR, we have an Overwatch. Do we keep them here? Make sure we're looking at the right one. He could go up the side. We already have one on the way over there. So I feel like the option is to go here. Maybe something right up here, right up the middle. Yeah, I like that. It's going right along here, right over Gano. Yeah, and that'll give me good visibility as I fly through here. And I've already got a replacement ship on the way over here. So that'll give me visibility going across here. That's good. Nice long slow flight. Let's take a look at this approval. This is where I'm at now. And then I'm going to fiddle around with it a bit off camera. And then we will revisit when I get back and see how much of an improvement I was able to make. Okay, so after significant adjustments, this is where we're at on approval right now. BA is unhappy because it's still recently conquered, so we only have about 50-something% ownership of it. Okay, 64% ownership right now. So that's part of why we have an unhappy there. Everything else we were able to get up to at least content. Many of these were systems where we have fleets that were shipping out to help reduce the overcrowding. So there were definitely several of those where we're doing that to help alleviate the crush of population pressure. And that's mostly on systems where we need to do some more terraforming. So anyway, that was a thing. So we're managing through the pain of the truces. All of that will pass once we were able to get back to wars again. Things will be a lot easier. Additionally, I canceled some queued buildings that used Hyperium, so I was able to free up enough Hyperium that we can go ahead and do this troops upgrade for air units now instead of having to wait. We could have done it next turn too, right before the attack, but if I can do it now, I'd rather get it done now. So we're gonna get her done, and then we can adjust our troops as well. Something like that. We may fine tune this a bit. Cool. So we have excellent troops. I may go 30% infantry and 35 armor and air, something like that. It's all pretty close. By shuffling populations around, you can see we've got populations are no longer maxed out at our system, so we give ourselves room to grow a whole nother crop of populations for another turn before things start maxing out again. So that'll give us more populations. So that's all good to go. I think I got everything knocked out here as well. All right, so I guess that's just about it for this turn. Next turn is going to be the election. So we'll start next episode with the election, and then we'll go from there, and we'll have our fleet battle at the Infinite Factory, and we'll start the invasion, the ground attack at the Infinite Factory next turn, and looking forward to it. So we'll see you guys back in the next episode. Thanks everybody for watching.